intersection of 3 dash 3. Now this is a small part of 3 dash 3, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a function and we're going to find the inverse of that function. So here we go. Alright, so let's take the function f of x equals 1 half x minus 1. Well, it's not really complicated, but remember f of x is nothing more than another name for y. So what we're going to do is we're going to write y equals 1 half x minus 1. And what we're going to do in this case is one of the methods is to go ahead and solve for x. So we want to get x by itself. Now, if you take a look at this, we're going to get this portion, this term by itself. So that means we're going to add 1 to both sides. Okay? Now, what you end up getting is y plus 1 is equal to 1 half x. Now, we want to get x by itself. Now, it's 1 half times x. So remember, you multiply by the reciprocal, and the reciprocal is 2. So times 2. And we're going to multiply both sides by 2. Now, this isn't just y, it's y plus 1. So 1 half times 2 cancels out. And what I'm left with is x. Now, right here, we're going to go ahead and distribute, and I get 2y plus 2. Now, the final step is to take your y and take your x and switch them. So 2x plus 2 equals y, and this is the inverse of this function. The last thing we want to do is, instead of using f of x, let's use g of x and replace y with g of x. So g of x, I'm going to rewrite it, equals, and I'm just going to write 2x plus 2. Now I chose g of x because it's the next letter in the alphabet. I could use h, k, m, any of those letters. So it doesn't really matter. I just chose g because it follows a f. Okay, and that is it. Okay, let's try this one more time. What we're going to do is I'm going to change f of x to y. And now, one of the other things you can do is, you remember in the end, on the last one, I switched the x and y. You can actually switch it beforehand. If you want to switch these two, make this an x equals 3y plus 9. And now solve for y, and you won't have to do that at the end. So minus 9 minus 9. The 9's cancel out, and I'm left with x minus 9 equals 3y. So I brought that down. Then I'm going to divide the whole thing by 3. Now I have two terms here. I can either divide the whole thing by 3, like this, or I could do it individually. So I prefer to do it individually. Now, I just want to recall that beside the x, there is an understood 1. So when I rewrite this, I end up getting y is equal to 1/3 x. Notice I brought the x to the front. Minus, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. And this is my inverse. Now, I'm going to change that y to a g of x. So right up here, the inverse of this function here is g of x equals 1/3, oops, that's not a very good 3. Let's do that again. 1/3 x and then minus 3. And that is it.